Coming up in this hour, we've got Tamsin Outhwaite, very good actress, our Tamsin, and Jez Bond from the Park Theatre, which is a brand new theatre that's set to open in Finsbury Park. I am not going to tell you more about that. They are going to tell you all sorts about that. Oh, very quietly sitting down opposite me, I have Jez Bond. Good morning.
Good morning.
We're waiting for Tamsin to come in because she must have overslept. God bless her, she did. But she'll be in.
She's running in her pyjamas as we speak.
Oh, really? That sounds like Tamsin. Now, a brand new theatre is set to open in Finsbury Park. Tell us, I am thrilled by this, and I'm also thrilled by your publicity, the big posters you sent out. Tell us everything.
Fantastic. Well, I mean, the background is that I'd been a freelance director for about 12 years, and I'd been looking for a building to run and indeed to create a new space in London, and there were two main criteria. One was accessibility by public transport, and the other one was the fact that we wanted to go into an area and do something new, so we were looking for somewhere that didn't have arts provision.
So now, when you say you're a director, this is why I know you, actually, of course, as a director. What did you direct and where? What kind of buildings?
Well, funnily enough, I heard you just speak about the Watford Palace Theatre, and that theatre means a lot to me. When I first left university, I got the Regional Theatre Young Director Scheme, and that was a year-long bursary to train at a large regional theatre house. And I trained at the Watford Palace Theatre under Lawrence Till. And I was there actually at a very interesting time when the theatre was undergoing a big £8 million Arts Council refurb, and I was there through that process and came back into the new building and directed a show there, which was fantastic fun.
It's such a beautiful theatre. Now, when I was there, they didn't have the one-way system and the ramps that went round. You could walk to it from everywhere. But what's interesting about the Watford Palace Theatre is it really does encompass the local community. But because it's close enough to London, it gets really good accent, doesn't it?
Yes, exactly. And I think that's the key to all theatres, really. It's about how you reach out to your local community and how you also build a national reputation. So you're not just a sort of insular community theatre, but you are a theatre that does excellent work, but also, you know, engages with those local audiences. It's something Watford certainly do. It's something a theatre particularly like the Tricycle does it extremely well, and it's something that we are striving to do.
So let's describe this place in Finsbury Park, because if you go to the Tricycle, or if you even actually if you go to the Trafalgar Studios, because that used to be the home of Brian Rix, did it not? Yep. And you go there and you've got a really steep audience place, and then you go somewhere like the Donmar, which is the tiniest little area, or one of my favourite places where my husband acts a lot, the Arcola, which is now in the old paint factory. But let me read you this before you describe Finsbury Park. This is David Edgar. Guest President David Edgar was a speaker at the Arts Council's annual State of the Arts Conference held just February the 14th, Lowry Theatre in Salford. And during a panel discussion, and you're going to start nodding till your head comes off, David Edgar pointed out that the recent £40 million increase in the budget for the Olympics opening and closing ceremonies is twice the amount necessary to reinstate all the arts bodies whose grants were cut off last March. He attacked a prevailing wisdom that these cuts were inevitable or somehow beneficial. Now, you haven't nodded like a nodding dog as I thought, but I mean, Mr. Edgar, I mean, a brilliant playwright, is suggesting that £20 million would dig us out the mire. Yes,
I wasn't nodding like a dog because I was listening intently. I hadn't heard that before. And
you listen like an intelligent man. Okay,
I try. I give the appearance of that at least. So. Yes, I mean, I think we in the arts all understand the benefits of the arts, what it can do to communities, what it can do to the UK. I mean, there are figures suggesting various percentages of profit lying in the tourist industry, which is all based in culture and people coming to London because of the West End and all those sorts of things. And I think that those arguments are absolutely valid. but the Olympic opening ceremony is obviously something which will have worldwide attention. And
40 million's worth, yes, one hopes. But let me ask about this.
It's got to be
space.
a good show for 40 million. I'll tell you that.
Absolutely. I'm not doing it actually, Jez. So it will be quite good. Tell us about this space, this park, this space in Finsbury Park. How did you find it?
Well, after about 6 years of searching, to be honest, and I was looking all over London. Really,
just you?
Essentially, yes.
Darling JB, how lovely. Go on, carry on.
Yeah, I mean, it's been my kind of pet project for a long time in trying to find the right building. And so after 6 years, I walked into this place.
Yes, and after 6 years, she's just walked in. She's got a big smile on her face. Don't worry. Listen, I'll put a piece of music on so that you can breathe. Let Jez just finish telling us that Tamsin Outhwaite has just walked in. She looks great. Sit there and gather yourself.
Hello. No pyjamas in sight.
Yeah, don't worry, because we've got to get you a microphone. Stay quiet for a moment. Okay, Jez, just tell me. So after 6 years of schlapping around on your own.
That's right, 6 years. I found this building right next to Finsbury Park Station. The area meant a lot to me already. I'd worked there 10 years prior.
So is it, there's a kind of little cut behind the station, is that where it is?
Exactly, there's three entrances and exits to Finsbury Park Station. One is called Wells Terrace, which is where most people go when they get the buses up to Crouch End and Stroud Green. And the fantastic thing is, as you walk out the Wells Terrace tunnel, you can actually see straight into our building.
This is Tamsin Outhwaite. She's sitting with Jez Bond. Jez Bond is the director, the new director of the Park Theatre, a brand new theatre which is opening in Finsbury Park. This gorgeous girl, the actress that you know her from everything, who never ages, and I love it.
I love you.
Yeah, this is why I'm still sitting in the chair. It's called flattery. Other people have called it something else. AL. Now listen, how did you get involved with Jez?
I had an email from Jez saying we'd love you to come and have a look around the theatre, because they knew I was local. And I think I kind of ignored it a bit at the beginning, because I thought, well, I'll deal with that in time, because it wasn't opening until November, and I just didn't see it as an urgency. No, I mean, I didn't ignore it. There were other pressing matters happening.
I'm leaving.
And what happened was, a friend of mine, it was something that I needed to deal with, and it was in that out tray, and a friend of mine said to me, I'm going to see the Park Theatre, do you want to come with me? Kate McGowan and Daisy Beaumont, who are two really good friends of mine, actresses, both from the area. And I thought, oh, that's great, I can kill two birds with one stone, see the girls, see the theatre, and then I've answered that. And when we were just blown away, and as soon as we got in there, and Jez he talks well, and
he looks beautiful. He's got a nice grey sweater on, ladies and gentlemen. It's lovely.
I'd say, is it Joseph Fari?
Oh dear, I don't know. I have a great face for radio, apparently.
Yeah, I did. There's that wonderful old story of the woman, the actress who did a Full Frontal. She said, the whole of my career now is just taking my clothes off, and everybody, that's what we're all having to do. And somebody said, what, for radio?